Hi everyone, I'm Marshall Carper and welcome to Marketing Monday. So if you've read any of my books, if you've worked with me, if you've seen any of my blog posts or any of my other videos, you know that I'm a big fan of marketing that goes outside the box. I advocate with all my clients and anyone that'll listen really that you should be looking for ways to compete that are completely different from what the rest of your industry is doing. So if your entire industry is using billboards, I would rather you find another channel to get in front of prospects than you play the billboard game, because it's going to be super expensive, it's really busy, it's going to be really hard to stand out if that's the only game in town. So I want you to invent your new approach and find new avenues to get in front of prospects, because when you do it that way, a lot of times it ends up being more cost efficient in the long run. It can feel scary to do something different, but it also means that you're not having to outspend anyone else, because sometimes you're the first person there, or at least it's not a crowded space to begin with. And one of these marketing channels that I think a lot of brands have largely ignored, especially in the modern era, is video games. So branded video games have been a thing for a long time. So like Chester the Cheetah, if you remember him, has his own video game. Movies have their own video games. I'm talking about even more creative approaches to what you use a game for. So we've partnered with Megacat Studios, and we've used them to drive marketing results through video game development. So something kind of cool that you might have not have thought about for video games. Do you have a booth that you're going to an industry expo and you're having a hard time getting people to stop and pay attention? What if you set up your own arcade box with your own branded video game in there and use that as a conversation starter? We've seen that work. What if you use a promotional game as a short little contest, something lightweight and mobile app that's something as simple as beer pong to let people earn rewards from your brand? We've seen that work. What if you used augmented reality to get your users to start building their own communities and start participating in your brand and starting to share their own content about your brand? We've seen that work. Video games can do a lot of really cool things for brands at various scales. It doesn't have to be what we call in the video game industry a AAA development, where you're going to spend 4 years making a multi-million-dollar game. You can do something pretty lightweight for just several $1,000s, depending on what your goals are. And if you're creative and you think about how your customers engage with other types of content, other types of brands, you can probably find a fit for a video game that none of your competitors have considered. So again, be creative, try to find a new avenue, and maybe video games are that fit. So thanks for watching. I'm Marshall Carper, and this has been Marketing Monday.